you'd find on GarageBand. That's why it transfers first. You have to give it a moment for it to upload all the parts. So, yeah. So that's what's nice about having both. So this is the so you can add more onto it. This is just playing around with the loops today. I'll have to kind of plug in the okay, and then there's more detail. There's more detail with Logic. You can see that you can control it. Yeah, you can actually control the device. Since I'm also learning at the same time, but I teach myself. I'm a self-taught, partly self-taught musician, partly educated musician. So I kind of dabble with both, which is why I'm doing this, because I know there are a lot of people out there that probably do both. I'm just having a little bit of fun of moving around today, because you can. If you have this, then you can definitely start maneuvering yourself. I would recommend getting a microphone, and this can record live. I don't think the microphone on here is fantastic. So a microphone, you might have to get a separate one that's for this purpose. So I have a MIDI that I'm going to test out, but I haven't done it yet. So today is just basically about how there really are similarities here. I hadn't been able to do it before because I didn't upload it. Let's try creating a new... We're gonna try creating a new one. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So learn and explore. So they have like classes, record vocals and instrument parts. That's so cool. There's like all sorts of things. Live loop grids, let's see what this is. So this is cooler because there's like color. GarageBand is a little bit more, yeah, I mean, this is what Logic is all about. Logic, you can change colors and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we have video game sounds on here, so that's kind of cool. So if you want to experiment with video game stuff, I think they have created a perfect example of the 80s gamers experience. I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy it. I know I would enjoy this. I'm an old gamer. Okay, so we're gonna try something. Oh God. The only problem I find with this. Okay, the problem I find with this is it's very touch sensitive. Okay, you have to be so careful when you're touching. I mean, I wouldn't recommend moving it around like I am. I recommend holding it still and focusing. And when you're, so on the right side, this is how, oh shoot. Okay, no. Okay, well you can put those on mute. But, okay, so in order for you to move it up and down, I recommend holding it here. I didn't know about this until fairly recently when I was testing it out on GarageBand, and I was wondering why I wasn't able to move it and it was just constantly playing those sections. I honestly think starting with GarageBand for this example, just to explore how it works and you can play around with it, would be a better direction. It's good to have both, as I'm noticing. Oh yeah, very retro. That's like the video game. The same sounds you get on GarageBand, that's why you're able to transfer them. Okay. So we're just testing, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna just test it out. So you can maneuver the volume over there. That's the volume section, okay? And if you see the space over here, I would recommend using, okay, you see how, okay, you see how sensitive that is pretty sensitive. So I would recommend like starting, move it up and down within that space. I love the colors. This is what Logic is known for, is you can play around with the colors, and it's very, very cool. Okay, so we're gonna try gaming sound. Let's do it. Let's start over. Oh, and you can, and then on, okay, you see this part over here, the same thing you get on the Logic Pro X on the computer. You can actually get this bar over there. You can change it like we spoke about before. You can adjust the BPM, the tempo, which is the BPM. And then beats per minute, that's the BPM as well. Tempo is like, yeah. I've discussed all of this in a prior video, which I will place over here with the music theory and an explanation of how I went about doing that. So we're not going to do anything. This is in D major, 4/4. That's fine. That's the metronome. We're not going to need that at the moment. It will automatically go on. Let's see what these are. Custom control bar. Okay, and then settings. Okay, audio, record, MIDI. So this is where you connect the MIDI. Let's just check that out. Okay, I don't have a MIDI set up yet. There's a MIDI Bluetooth device at the moment, which is correct. Oh, you could probably get Bluetooth MIDI devices, yeah. Automation, views, okay. Now we're gonna just close that. Okay, we don't need that at the moment, but there, you know, once you have a hold on to playing around with technology. I love playing with technology. This will become super fun and exciting. There is a lot of work that goes into this, yes. You got a keyboard there. Okay, so now you can see. So it's like a synthesizer. Loops, instrument patches. Yeah, this is the same thing as you'd find. I'm showing you guys. I'm just giving an introduction. I'm also learning, so you're gonna watch me learn and you're gonna learn with me because this is how I learn. I learn through exploring the device. Back. Oh, there are lots of things. Okay, so that's like a folder with sounds. Okay, so you get that when you have Logic Pro X on the computer. It would be up there at the top on the right. Okay, this one's down there at the bottom, which is interesting. Many things to do here, but I like. Okay, and then you can play. I'm sure there's a way. Ooh, double keyboard. Okay, so there's that. I'm just showing you. I think maybe today is more about showing you around because I don't think I showed everybody around the last time because I just got it. Okay, and we move this back up. Okay, and then just to let people know, I'm not connected to GarageBand or Logic Pro X in no means, shapes, or forms, but I've been using Apple devices ever since I was in high school, which was in 1980 to 1990 something. So I have a little bit of experience understanding the Mac system due to my experience working on them and studying with them both within graphic design and music. So during the time I was studying at the Corcoran, they did not have a music department, so I was literally doing this on my own. I'm teaching myself through college how to do like the music side, and then I'd bring the music together with other things. And then recently, the Corcoran has now introduced a music department into the art department, which never happened before. So I feel like I've kind of worked with what there was at the time. Now I'm just glad that the university that I studied at is actually doing both. Because I do think music and art do go hand in hand, to be honest. It's just how it works in the industry, and I still think you need to understand both to make it work. You can't just have one or the other. You really do need to understand both sides of it, so you understand how to create your own, oh gosh, there's my Poshmark, how to create your own, kind of layout. Okay, so that's just a brief introduction. I'll complete the track. I'm just giving you a chance to see what it looks like on the inside, if you haven't seen it. And yeah, there looks like there are a lot of similar kind of things. They do have a class which they do not have. Like, I don't remember seeing classes. Okay, let's go back to. So whenever you press the plus sign, if you want to learn something, they'll give you a tour. Let's go into Logic Pro Tour. Start lesson. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so it literally gives you like a whole talk and walkthrough. If you have the time, I might just go through this as well. If you have the time to look into it, then, and you can end the lesson as well. So it will give you, live loops, tracks, new project. I mean, it's a little bit more advanced in how it's set up, but it's generally the same thing. I like the fact, find and add instrumental patches. That's cool. Intro to beats, record voice and instruments. So you can just see, instead of just sitting in front of the computer all day, you can literally move around, which was, it's kind of fun. You don't want to be stuck in one spot. I think being able to move around is kind of a good thing because you get writer's block sometimes, and I think to be inspired in different places, you can now travel with this on, like if you want to go to the beach, make sure you have a good cover. This is a waterproof cover. I haven't really, this is an old iPad which I cannot use, which is why I ended up having to get this. If you go on a trip, for instance, and some client says, I have work for you to do, where are you? Are you available for a session, or can you just do the project straight from the computer, the information they give you, and then like give me the files when you're finished? You can say, well, yeah, I now have a portable travel studio setup. You would obviously have to get different sections and make sure that it's equipped and set up accordingly, but now you can travel. You can sit anywhere and you can travel with this portable device, as long as it's a safe area. You don't want somebody to steal your equipment. So you want to make sure that you're in a space that's not going to be like a problem where you're going to find somebody stealing stuff, because it's happened to me before. People have stolen my music equipment and supplies at some point. So you want to make sure that safety is like a location that's, you want to make sure that there's, all that in order. And so today was just a day to show you that portability becomes a very good asset for now. I did my hair. I don't go to a hairdresser. I do my own hair. I'm sure you've seen a couple of my really crazy styles. But I'm going to stick to the platinum for now, because it's just easier to maintain after all the other stuff that I need to do to it, to make sure it's salvageable, I did my tail. Guys, I'm not gonna drive you crazy with the tail. It's just tied up, but there's a little bit of something there. And there you have it. So yeah, please, if you haven't, and you're interested in more stuff, if you don't mind liking, subscribing, that would be great. I'm fairly new on YouTube. Once again, I don't have sponsors yet. I'm not with anybody sponsored. I'm doing everything on my own because this is stuff that I enjoy doing, and I wanted to share this with other people who might be inspired as well to learn on their own. I'm the type that learns on my own. I'm teaching you guys what I'm learning as I go along as well. So you're watching the process. I'm partially, I do music, but the production side, I've taken one professional class in 1980, whatever. Worked in the music industry, mainly focused on piano education and vocal exercises and all that stuff, the basics. So I played the piano for vocal students, and then I helped them with warm-ups is what I generally did. I don't claim to be a singer. I'm not a singer. I have done a couple of things in the past, but I'm definitely more technical and behind the scene type of person. You don't know, not all producers are singers. I claim myself to be somebody who prefers to be production side, not the singer side. I would help other singers in the past. Maybe the song that I'm working on, I might perfect for the vocals, but the songs that I produce are a little bit more technical. And it would be very hard to find the best potential vocalist for what my mind is thinking for this particular song. Many vocalists have asked me to have them sing on my stuff, but yeah, I've at this time I'm busy working on my own because I feel that this is my time to make it happen for my personal music. I haven't had the time to do all this other stuff because I was teaching. So once again, like and subscribe, follow if you're interested in this information, and I will see you guys in the next one. Give me another day. I need a rest, get my exercise in, and then the day after I will have a video. So it's a little bit more like I don't burn myself out, because I have been burning myself out, guys. This is one of those things. Anyway, matashita, sayonara, and I will see you guys in the next one.